opponent's first point of growth hormones affecting humans negatively are false. She says that there are cancer risks involved when in fact there is no evidence of supporting that at all. Basically, there's no evidence of anything. The amount of steroid hormone that is eaten through meat of a treated animal is negligible compared to what the human body produces each day. The breast cancer risk of women who eat meat from hormone-treated animals has not been compared with the risk of women who eat meat from untreated animals. My opponent also claims that Laura Sayer says that no dietary levels of hormones are safe, and a dime-sized piece of meat contains billions of hormone molecules. First of all, who's Laura Sayer? And is she an expert in anything? Secondly, the implant of the hormone is put into the ear. The ear becomes byproduct, meaning it gets thrown away. So local concentrations of synthetic hormones do not wind up in human food. To control the level of residue in the meat, the implants are designed to run out of hormones so the animal can metabolize the remainder before slaughter, meaning that by the time it gets to you, there's no more hormone in it because the animal has already used it all up. The other side also talks about how the WTO ruled in favor of the European Union's refusal to buy meat products from the United States in 1989. But I have evidence from 1997 saying that the World Trade Organization called the European ban an illegal restraint of trade because it was not based on science. The European Union says a future study will, at some point, document the hazards, meaning they don't really care enough to actually do it themselves and to do it right away. Another thing is that the Europeans aren't buying our meat because they're afraid of the mad cow disease, and which basically they are severely cowed by the thought of dangerous food. So basically they're just trying to prevent all types of diseases reaching them. Another thing is, mad cow disease is basically just when a cow eats, basically they think it's from the feed that the cow gets, and some of the part of the feed would be included in the feed would be dead cows, basically ground up, and that's how the mad cow disease infection is caught from cow to cow. After showing you some of the flaws of my opponent's claims, I would like to inform you further reasons of why we should not discontinue the use of hormones in cattle. First of all, there is no real evidence of any problems of the use, and that there is nothing really to investigate. By a show of hands, how many people here eat meat? Did you know that 80% of the meat that you consumed probably was treated with hormones at some point? 80% of all meat treated with hormones, basically at the farms, 80% of all the cattle is treated with hormones at some point in their lives. In addition to that, how many people here, or that you know of, are affected in some way by the hormone-treated meat that was consumed? So basically, how many of you know anyone or yourself was harmed in any way by consuming hormone-treated meat? Probably not. Mostly people who get harmed by consuming meat are because of foodborne illnesses or improper preparations. Secondly, treating these cows, it saves farmers and slaughterhouses a lot of money. According to Michael Fields of the University of California, it costs $1 to $3 per hormone, and this way they consume 15% less feed. This is a good thing for the farmers because in the end they're saving money in the feed, and which the costs will outweigh it. Another thing is that in the end, with the life of the whole entire How? With the hormones used, $40 is saved per head. So from beginning to slaughter, $40 is saved. Currently, the FDA and the USDA are the two government agencies that regulate the use of hormones. Susan Brewer of University of Illinois at Champaign, the FDA says that the FDA approves vet drugs before they reach the market. The USDA requires that the drugs be withdrawn before slaughter, and its Food Safety and Inspection Service checks for hormones residues in meat. The regulatory goal is to ensure that anyone eating beef will get a dose of residual hormones that less than 1% of the highest dose that can cause no ill effect on tested animals. Basically, they're saying that the allowed amount is only 1% of the highest dosage that can affect the animal. A way to fix the problem for the people not wanting to eat hormone-treated animals is to just go organic. The regulation for organic is, it reflects the National Organic Standards Board recommendations on the allowable material for use by organic farmers, organic livestock producers, and organic processors. They prohibit the use of antibiotics and growth hormones in organic meat and poultry. And they also require 100% organic feed to organic livestock. Thank you.